Hi guys, this is Crafty Cat. Welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. So today is a day 7, or 7, however you want to say it, of World Watercolor Month, and the word of the day is melt. So I think we're just going to go really simple. I've got my Arteza watercolor pencils out again, and I think we're just going to do an ice cream cone that's melting. So let's just do a big cone, and we'll do some strawberry ice cream, and because it's melting we'll have to do a little drip and a drip and drip, and we'll do some chocolate on top, and because the chocolate's melting we'll have it come down and drip and kind of drip onto here. Kind of just something like that. And I know you probably can't see a lot of what I'm doing, but that's okay. We'll see it better. And I apologize again if my hand is in the way. I'm just doing my best that I can. I'm not used to doing something like this. And now we're going to make some lines on the cone. Just do some quick little diagonal lines like that. And gonna just make a little wonky ice cream cone. Not being any precious, I'm just going real quick. And we're gonna go with some more color over here and more color on the lines. Try to keep it loose. And now we want to thicken these lines here. So just doing something super quick today because I had some sad news today. My mom got called by her best friend's doctor. My mom's best friend is in the hospital, and the doctor called and said she was dying today, and they said, do you want us to let her go, or do you want us to do all we can? And my mom said, do all you can. So they just got back from the hospital, and Marlene is doing okay. Well, not okay, but she's septic. So I don't understand how this could happen. She's in the hospital and she has an infection and she's dehydrated. How do they let someone get dehydrated in the hospital? I mean, if she's not drinking, why wouldn't they give her intravenous? I don't understand that at all. You know? And I think we're going to go with some dark brown in the middle. And I'm leaving some white around it. I don't know if I want to or not, but yeah, so it's been a day, you guys. So I'm just doing another fast one. I'm glad that my mom's friend is still alive and she's on heavy doses of antibiotics, and they finally have her on an IV to get fluids. I just don't understand how that could happen. How could someone get dehydrated in the hospital? You would think that's something they would watch out for. Her mom, my mom's friend Marlene, she's such a nice lady. You might have noticed some art I did on just recently for her. She had to give up her little dog Howie because her husband is in his 90s, and with her in the hospital, he couldn't take care of the dog, and they wouldn't let him keep the dog. They're in like a retirement home, and she had the dog listed as her support animal. And because she was in the hospital, they wouldn't let her husband keep it. So the dog had to get rehomed, but he did find a new family, and it's someone who was a friend of her husband's friend. So it's a friend of a friend kind of thing, so they could at least still see the dog. But anyway, I recently drew a little picture. I painted a little picture of Howie for Marlene to have in the hospital with her. She's such a lovely lady. For the last couple years, whenever I go out to camp, she calls me every single day to make sure I'm okay. She's always so worried that I'm not safe out at camp. And no matter how much I tell her I'm safer out there than I am in town, she worries about bears and things like that. We do have bears, but I've been around bears my whole life. I've never been hurt by a bear. It's people that scare me. And I'm just going to go with some of this color too in some spots. And what is this color? This is a sienna brown. I'm just going to go along some of the edges with some of this darker brown. Alright, so now let's paint the ice cream pink and chocolate. So this will be the strawberry. So we'll go with some light strawberry over here. And I want to keep some white. And we'll go with some light brown. It's actually been easier to paint this with wet on wet. I was really tempted to use my pastel paints to do this. But I just wasn't in the mood to get out a bunch of water. I feel really klutzy today. Which is darker, this or this? And we need some darker pink over here. All right, I don't know if there's enough color here. I'm glad I'm doing this because I'm going to get rid of this white. I don't think I need it. This feels very peaceful and calming. I kind of needed this. All right, there's my little ice cream. And now, I just have a little water brush. Hang on, I'm making a big mess here. I just have a paper towel here. You can just squeeze the water brush and water just dabs out and that gets it wet. So we're gonna do the cone first because it's yellow and brown. So you can see how the water adds to it. It makes the colors really pop. Yeah, watercolor pencils are a lot of fun. And especially if you want like a little sketchy look like I'm doing here. Super fun. Let's do the insides of the waffle cone. You can see how the colors just pop out when you get them wet. Actually, when I first started doing watercolor, this is what I started with, is the watercolor pencils. I didn't start with the paint. I started with the pencils. And that kind of got me down the rabbit hole of buying everything I saw. Because I like to try new art supplies. I think it's a lot of fun. I'm still leaving some white in there. In some spots, I think it helps. I like this little sketchy kind of look. I really do. And because I have brown on my brush, I'm just going to squeeze a little bit more water out. Make a little puddle here, and we'll go over with the yellow first. So you can decide if you want to have the pencil strokes in, or if you want to blend them out. I want some of this pencil strokes in. Doesn't that look good? You know what I'm going to do as soon as this is done, right? I'm going to go have ice cream. Well, frozen yogurt. I have, I'm trying to think of the name of it. Blackjack cherry. That's why I did chocolate and pink for strawberry or cherry, because that's what I've been eating lately, is blackjack cherry frozen yogurt. It's really good. It's chocolate and cherry, and it has little pieces of real cherry and little pieces of like Rolo chocolate in it. So good. Well, not Rolo, they're little tiny chocolate covered cherries right in the ice cream. So you get a little wee bit of cherry and a little wee bit of chocolate covered cherry too. Like, I don't know, it's like chocolate. It's really good. Smudge that together. And while it's wet, if you ever want to add darker colors some places, you can. Just go right in on the wet. I'm just cleaning my brush off. Cute. Super cute. All right, let's go in with the pink. To clean my brush, I'm just dabbing water out, and then when it's clean, I'm good to go. And drop a little droplet of water. Sometimes I do that to make it easier. Sometimes you get too much water, so and I don't mind if the chocolate runs into the strawberry because it's melt. So if the colors do run in a little bit, that's okay with me. And I can create some natural drips if I want, because I have some extra water. See all that water there? If I tilt my brush up and I help it, I can get some little drips happening here. And if I decide I want more color, I can even go right on my pencil and add water right here until I get some color and add some more color. So I think I do want more color in here. I left too much white. And we're doing something like ice cream, it doesn't matter if it's smooth or not, because you don't need it to be smooth. It doesn't matter if you get, you know, different hard edges where the ice cream is. So now I'm going with my crimson red, and I'm just going to put in some little spots where there might be little cherries peeking through, or strawberries. And I'm going to do the same up here with the sienna brown for some little bits of chocolate. Just going to get it a little bit wet. And because most of that water was dry, I'm just going to go on top. And it's okay that I have some pink on my brush, because these are supposed to be little chocolate covered, cherry covered chocolate. Chocolate covered cherry. I can't talk. And if you want to blend them in a little bit more, you can. And if I want to add some shadow underneath here, I can. Just blend it out a little bit. So I think we're just going to stop there. I'm pretty happy with that. What do you guys think of my ice cream? And I tried to go with colors that match my kitty. So that is it. We have an ice cream, and it took me all of 24 minutes to do this so far. I just have to grab something to write with. I've got my little Ohuhu marker, and I can't believe we're on day 7 already, you guys. So, day 7, melt. And you know what? I've been writing World Watercolor Month for this whole book. I don't need to. This whole book is World Watercolor Month. But I will write the day July 7, 25, and Arteza Watercolor Pencils. And I'm not happy with that drip at the bottom. Let's fix that drip at the bottom. That looks really bad. And if you want it, you could go with a white pen and add some white highlights here and there. But I think I'm happy with it how it is. What do you guys think? I mean, that drip looks kind of weird, but oh well. Artistic license. So you guys, this was just totally out of my brain. I've eaten enough ice creams that I figured I could figure this out, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Anyway, yeah, I really like my Arteza watercolor pencils. They're a lot of fun. And when you're too lazy like I am today, but my heart was just, I felt too sorrowful. I didn't want to get out a lot of supplies. I didn't want to get out a big jug of water. I didn't even want to go into my art room and deal with it. I just wanted to sit in my own room where I feel comfortable and just do this. So yeah, I had a nice time doing it. If you pray, please pray for my mom's best friend, Marlene. She's a super nice lady. And her husband's taking it really hard. And my mom too. So this is it, you guys. I am all done with my ice cream, which is melt. So if you did like this, please give me a big thumbs up. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell, all of those things that help as a channel. And most importantly of all, take care, stay safe, and happy painting, and have a great day. And thank you for spending time with me today. And if you pray, please keep my mom's best friend in your prayers. Okay, guys, bye for now.